Hello, hello, good morning. Everybody must be doing summer fun stuff outside. We got a small crew here today. Hey, Brian and Carolyn and Rusty, and there's a crew also on Facebook and YouTube. And those of you that are on Facebook and YouTube, you're welcome to stay there and join us. But if you want to be a part of the live Q&A at the end, you'll have to be on Zoom. And you can go to makealife.com/power hour, and that'll put you on the Zoom connection right there if you want to do that. Okay. So we're going to take a little bit and do have a power hour, a power few minutes. We don't always go an hour. Sometimes it's about 45 minutes, and then we do a little bit Q&A. But I wanted to give you a chance for a minute if you want to just take 10 seconds or 30 seconds. If there's anybody you want to invite that you want to tag on Facebook or YouTube that may have forgotten that you didn't tell about the call. We're going to spend most of our time on boards and reset today because it's fresh this week. I'm not going to use my exact normal everyday or every week power hour slides. We're going to vary off of that just a little bit to cover what's hot. I'll tell you something. Y'all know one of my favorite characters in the Bible is a man named Issachar, and he was one of the 12. He was one of the sons of Jacob, one of the 12 tribes of Israel, and each tribe was kind of known for something, but this tribe was like super successful. They had gone off on their own, settled, but they were just like kicking butt and taking names. They were like superstars. And this tribe of Issachar, what they were known for is that they were wise, and there's the statement about them was they knew the signs of the times and they acted accordingly. And if you want to be wise in our business, you want to know what's going on, what the companies set the table for. All you got to do is come and feast. So, you really want to make sure that you grab everybody and share with them this magnificent table the company set. So we're going to spend most of our time doing that today. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Barbara. They just joined us. So so yes, hey. Um, we're going to jump into our power hour, and I'm going to go to our next slide. So some of you have never done it. How many of you? Let's just. I can see most of your hands. So raise your hand. Let me see who's never done a power hour before. This is your first one. Anybody? Very first one. Rusty, it's your first one. Okay. Cheryl, it's your first one. I know Leanne's probably done one before. Hey, Leanne. Um, and just Leanne, I have your email and I read it, so we got to talk later. So just we can talk about that later. But a power hour is a focused moment of time where you say, you know what? I want to do the high pay activities that are most productive for my business. And I need a little bit of accountability. Maybe I could do it with my community. Maybe I could have a guide to walk me through it. And that's what we're doing. I do it live with you once a month so we can have some Q&A. It's on my website, makealife.com/power. There's a recorded one that you can just go do whenever you're ready. If you're a night owl, I'm not. If you wanted me live, we might could do it at 4 a.m., but you're not going to get me to do it at 10 p.m. That's just the way my body clock is wired. And then if you go to boards on Campbell Team under events, they've got a schedule too of other live power hours that are happening. Okay. So let's keep moving here. Q&A at the end. Remember, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, you're going to get the benefit and hear everything right there. But if you want to join us live and talk at the end, we need you to go to the Zoom link, makealife.com/power hour. The Zoom link is there. All right. So we're going to get into in just a minute a lot of the current stuff that's going on, but we're still going to use our main headings of activity for our power hour. And so one of the most important things to me is how we manage those relationships that are in our life. The people God's put in your life for some reason or another. A lot of the relationships we have are because of the different roles we play. We're all sons or daughters of somebody. We're all, if you're a mom or a dad, you got kids. If you're married, you got a spouse. If you work, you have colleagues. If you go to church, you might have Bible study friends. You got a pastor. You've got, we all these different roles we play, okay? And most of our relationships come out of that. So we want to manage our relational capital well. In our business, we have been known to call it a memory jogger. So if you want to find out, if you don't have a good list, a good memory jogger, and you want to learn how to make one, you can go to makealife.com/memory jogger or scan that QR code right there. It will take you to a page where you can work through your memory jogger. It'll give you a Google sheet template that you can use to create your memory jogger. But we want you to know you won't have time during our power hour in this little session to do that, but you can write that down, take a picture of that screen, and you'll have an opportunity to go back and do that at some point in time, okay? All right. So, how many of you, because some of you are on boards, I mean, some of you are on Zoom, some of you are on Facebook, some are on YouTube. We really don't have one place that we can all chat when we do it like this. But I would just, how many of you on Zoom, raise your hands because I can see your face. Or on Facebook or YouTube, you can put it in the comments. How many of you thumbs up if you were on the boards training call yesterday? If you weren't on it, you need to go back and listen to the recording. It made me feel like we just took a leap into simplicity in our business. There's been a lot of burden on leaders that we had to create all the content. We had to do everything. And now the company has said, we want you talking to people. We want you diving into your relational capital. And we want to make it so easy, whether you're reading a script on a phone, you're on the phone sharing a text, sharing something on Facebook Messenger. All you have to do is literally click a button and click send now. You don't have to worry about creating the content. So this is a picture of your, I'm gonna blow it up a little bit so you can see it. This is your Juice Plus board, okay? And I'll show you how to get it in a minute. So you can go to, let's see. Hey, Leanne, can you look up and post in one of the chats the link to how to join that board? Let me see if I can find it real quick. I thought he put that in the slides, but I don't see it. Let me see if I can. There is a QR code that I took. I know where it is. Here we go. I want you to take a picture of this. Yesterday, we were on Zoom, and here it is. Okay, so in order to access the Juice Plus board, you need to take a picture of that QR code. Can you all see that? I'll make it big so you can take a picture of it, okay? Take a picture of that. Oh, why is that? There we go. That QR code will take you to so you can join the Juice Plus board, okay? And if you don't have the boards app on your phone, you need to download that too. Everybody got that? Or does it need to stay there a little bit longer? You got it? Okay. Go back to here. Okay, so the new Juice Plus board has got so much amazing stuff on it. And what I want you to do is I want you to think about your relational capital that we let me see if I can make this big. Here we go. Think about the relational capital in your life. Think about, I think about two types of people right this minute. Who are you going to come in contact with today without doing anything else? Who do you need to call? Who do you need to text? Who are you going to chat with? Who are you going to see at the gym, the church, the barbershop, Bible study, wherever you might go today? Who are you going to see anyway? And then who do you need to intentionally be proactive and reach out to, okay? So this is going to give you all kind of tools to make that happen. So do you see, let me see if I can just do this. Let me go to my board here. And that's a little bit better. So I'm going to show you what I want you to do is I want you to think about your list, and let's pretend that we only have 10 minutes. We've got 7, but I want you to do this for a few people. Let's say you're going to join that board and you're going to click on, I've only got 10 minutes. And it's okay, guys. If you take most of your 5 or 10 minutes to download boards and get it on your phone, it's worth it. If that's all that happens and I make you do that right now and you get that done, it's okay. So don't think you're behind the 8 ball if you don't have boards on your phone yet or haven't downloaded the Juice Plus board. This is how cool it is, though. Watch this. I'm going to say I want to send a message to someone. So I'm going to open that up. And I want to just somebody I just haven't chatted with yet. I want to take this text and send it to them. All I've got to do is click share that. You want to customize it, put there, if I was sending it to Carol, I would say, hey, Carol, this is Kurt. What's up? You kind of act like yourself, make it sound personal. And if that text doesn't sound like you, and use these quick texts to start the process. Okay. Now, you can share a video. If you're already in conversation with someone, you can start a conversation. Lots of options there that you can use. Okay. But then also you got, reset 25 stuff on your board. Let me go back to my board. Hang on. If you go back to I think that's under resources, is it not? Now, where's the reset? I just had it up and now I've lost it. What's hot? Here we go. Sorry. No, where in the world? Reset share pages. There you go. So here's, if you don't have a paid board, if you got a free board, you can go right here and you can introduce somebody to the new reset program. It's beautiful. All you got to do is text that to somebody. Let's pretend I was going to text Leanne. I'm going to send Leanne a text message. And I'm going to pull up my board's keyboard. No, it didn't work. Boards. There we go. And I'm going to pull up this right here. And I'm going to go to sharing. Nope. Can y'all tell that I'm learning how to use this board too, where to find stuff? Let me see. Oh my gosh, I've lost it again. I'm crazy. Sharing Juice Plus. Lord have mercy. Where did I find that? Reset pages to share. Monthly action plan. That's crazy. That seems like an unusual place to put it. Here we go. Monthly action plan. Hang on. Monthly action plan. That makes sense because it's the 1 month that we're in. Hang on. Okay, so monthly action plan, and I'm going to do reset pages to share, and I'm going to share this page with Leanne. I'm going to pull that up and share the introduction. And boom, I just sent that message to Leanne. And what I probably would do is, hey, look at what I just sent you up there about our new reset program. When you got time to look at it, glance over it. I'd love for you to join us, and we can talk about it some more later. So, I want you to take the next 7. You have a question? Somebody? You got it? Leanne says she got it. Okay. So, all right.
Text you sent me, and I'm telling you, I really appreciate this because I have boards on. I'm trying to figure out how to use it, and I just got it to work, and I just got one too for the first time. Where yesterday I was totally frustrated with it. So
yeah. So I mean, what's that? Say it again. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're all learning this together, but the cool thing is you can, by the company setting up the board, it can be free, and I will make sure that we get posted if you register for the training, you got the recording, and I'll try and grab the recording while we're talking. But I want you guys. Let me show you some more stuff here. This is managing your relational capital time. Here's the reset 25 information. So the program is going to start on June the 2nd, but we've got the whole month of May to fill it up with our reset program where they get Juice Plus Essential Trio and they get either chocolate or vanilla for free, complete, and they get 30 samples of Illuminate. So there's all kinds of stuff. Here's the 2 events that are coming up on May 15th. Oh, this is the offer. I'm sorry. The one on the left is for partners, so you can see how much PV you get. The one on the right is what you would show a customer. It shows them the value of what they're getting without having the PV information. You can share any of this that you want to right now, but I want you to take the next 7 minutes and I want you to see how many people you can use the new boards app. I want you to send a text message to as many people as you can. 2 thoughts. Don't be afraid to share it. But what I would do is before you click send, I would look at the text and just customize it a little bit. Put their first name in there. And if you wouldn't normally say, "Hey, Leanne," and you would say, "What's up, Leanne?" or "What you doing, Leanne?" or uh, I hope you're having a great day," or whatever you might say to start it off, kick it off, make it sound like you. Does that make sense? However maybe you put an emoji in there. Maybe you do something that's just your style. So you want to do it your style, okay? So let's take the next 7 minutes and work on that for a minute. And we'll come back after this 7 minutes and we'll do one of our Q&As early so we can talk about problems you're having with the app. We're just going to make this power hour a little different. Is that okay? Let's do it a little different. Here we go. Well, there we go. Okay. Let y'all do that for just a minute. Write down your questions. If you get stumped with any part of this process, I want you to write it down right now. So when we get back here in 6 minutes, we'll take as long as we need to cover it. Okay. I'm not in any hurry today. I got all the time we need, and I don't want anybody to leave this call frustrated. Okay. I want you to feel like you've got a new tool and you know how to use it. Okay. So just hang in there. So Carolyn is asking, how do you edit the message? So you grab the text in boards and whatever, if you're emailing or texting or Facebook messaging or whatever tool you're in to send the message, you go ahead and click the share button and that puts the text in your application you're in. And then you can just edit that text like you edit any other text. You're not going to be able to edit it on the board. I can show you a little bit more about how you can save that and change it permanently if you want to. But I don't think that's the right move. Okay. So you just, I'll show you real quick. Well, I'm gonna tell you that, and then when we come back, Carolyn, we'll break that down. Save that question, or it's in the chat, and we'll go over that in detail when we get back together in a minute. Keep writing your questions down. You can put them in the chat if you want to, and we'll save them there too. Our timer stopped, so I bumped it up a little bit. Sorry about that. How we coming? Making progress? Got some questions. Another couple minutes. I want you to try and send it to a few people, but even if you just learn the tool and get the hang of it, it's worth the project this morning, okay? You do know, I know Carolyn said this is hard to follow. I would really encourage you to click on speaker view or pin my screen on your Zoom window. That way it'll be big and you're not looking at the small version of it. So if you right click on it or hit the little dots on that, you can pin my screen so that it's big and it's all you're looking at and you're not seeing a small version of it in a gallery view. So go to speaker view or just pin it and it'll blow it up and make it the big screen. That way you don't have to look at it small, no matter what device you're on. One more minute and we'll do questions. Okay, we're going to wind it down here. And I'm going to switch over to our little Zoom window here. And let's see if I can do, maybe I just need to do one person. Okay. Who would like to ask a question about any of what we've been talking about? Boards, and I'd love to hear how you did, some feedback, and who wants to ask a question first? Just unmute yourself and I'll bring you into the camera so everybody can see you. Carolyn, why don't you let's answer a couple of your questions. You ask about, you said it's a little bit hard to follow, so I want to let's make it easier. And did you figure out how to edit the message?
Yeah, I did figure that out. The part that was hard to follow was when you were sharing your screen, there was something above it. And so then I couldn't see where you were on the board and what you were clicking on.
Okay. So I don't know what was above.
How long you
There
there?
you are.
What am I doing here?
You're there. So
Yes, I am. It looks
so
like
Carolyn,
I'm on the
tell me about
right
what your experience was like sending a message and editing it. Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I did. What I did was I created a message to send to a team member that doesn't know anything about this and told her that I was experimenting with her first.
Okay.
So I edited the message, and then it took a minute for me to go back and find where the reset, the screen was that I could send her, because she has no idea what the reset is.
Yep.
I finally found that. I think it's in resources. Is that right?
Yeah, you're talking about the text message, or which part? What are you talking about?
No, it was it was.
We can go back to, well, keep talking. I'll switch and we'll go back and look at my screen on the.
Now, see, I don't know what I did with it.
Let's go back to here and see where we. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
part
what's hot.
to see.
I'm trying to find it too. It's got to be under what's hot.
I don't think so.
So it's under. What are you looking for? Tell me again what you're looking for. Karen.
I'm looking for the reset plan that you could send to somebody.
Okay, that's under monthly action plans because it's a monthly special.
Okay, reset pages to share.
What's that? Yeah, reset pages to share. Yep. And what was your question?
finding it. I sent
Oh.
it, but then I couldn't figure out where I found it.
Okay, do y'all
at
understand
first.
here why there's two versions of this?
So if we already have a paid version, what do we do?
So okay, so here's a good example. So, does everybody on here have the paid version of boards, or do some of you who's using the free plan? Just raise your hand. Rusty's using the free plan. Anybody else? Some of you don't have your cameras on, so I can't see your hands. But like Cheryl and Brian, I know Brian and Wendy probably have the paid plan. Barbara, you got the paid plan, Brian? Yep. Barbara, Debbie, y'all have the
Excuse
paid
me,
or free?
no, I have the free plan.
Okay.
This Cheryl.
All right. So Cheryl and who else said they? Rusty for a minute. Here we go. Let's talk about this. So everybody else on here would have the right to use the business plan because they're paying for board. So here's the best way to think about what does it mean or what are the benefits of having a paid versus a free plan of boards. Okay, let's why is that not showing up on the top part of that's not showing up? It's weird. So because Juice Plus, before boards had changed where there was no such thing as anything for free. But when a company does a corporate board, when you sign up for boards for free, you get access to that company board. If you join that company board, then you get that board for free and you get one more board for free. Okay. And, you're going to have to decide what your strategy is if you're going to do the free plan. What I probably would do, there's two options. You definitely want the Juice Plus corporate board because it's got all the building, prospecting, closing customers, building team members. It's going to be where your action stuff is. Now, a board like Campbell Team or some of the other people's leaders have boards. Like the Campbell Team is an amazing resource of references. I mean, it has so much stuff on it, okay? So you might want that board as a reference, or you might want to create your own board where you just store stuff, okay? Yeah, so Rusty, you do have the paid plan. So if you're on the free plan, which is great, you cannot edit boards, but here that's why the company made a free plan page. So watch this. You go there, click on free, and there's two options. You're the introduction and the welcome. So the introduction is inviting them, and welcome is like after they join, you're getting them on board. So most of you probably shared this one, and if you look at it, this is the introduction one. There's no call to action on here. So after you send this, if you're on the free plan, you're going to want to send them the shopping cart link to where they can do the reset on your website. Okay. Because there's no buttons in there, which is great. All the information, the pictures are great. The information's great. You're on the free plan. You just have one extra step. You've got to you have to paste your link in the text message after you send this. Hey, if you're ready to get started, click on this link. It just as a second message. But if you go back and you're on the business, you have a paid plan with boards, click on this. See, it says the same thing, introduction to reset right here, but it's different. Watch, I'll click on it. This one has buttons that take you somewhere. See, it went to juiceplus.com. So what you would do is there's a button there. There should be, and there's another one here. They're going the same place. Both of the black buttons are taking you right now to juiceplus.com, but you're going to want to put in your shared cart link in there so they go to your website. So you would take this. What you would do is you would go up here to the top and you would say, click on those three dots and you would say copy. And that's going to take you back to the main boards menu. And like I could go to, this is my junk folder right now. So this is my Kurt board. I just throw everything in here until I figure out what I'm going to do with it. I can paste it here. And now I can go back to that folder and grab that new page I put in here, and I can edit that. So I can say edit, and then I can go to this link right here, and I can paste in I can paste in my shopping cart. Okay. All right. So that's the benefit of the page. So that way you're creating buttons, so they don't have to follow up with the next message. If you do that one time, now you've got that reset with links to your site, and you just keep sharing that over and over again. You don't have to enter your text in your sites every time. Okay. All right. Did that answer questions? Yes, no, maybe. Anybody else got a question? You're good. You're everybody. Was everybody able to get into the board? Anybody was not able to get onto the board? Everybody got into it? Okay. We got
So
more.
were you going to reset pages to share? Is that where you found the 2 plans?
Yes. So I went to a monthly action plan, then I went to reset pages to share, free plan, business plan.
Got it.
And then there's assets over here. This takes you to all the, whoa, where did I go? Monthly action plan. Why did that take me there? I've already joined this board. That's weird. Open an app. I don't know why it did that. Okay, I guess that's because they haven't added them in there yet. Why is it doing that to me? Anybody else click on the assets and it took you to a Can somebody else try that? Go to monthly action plan and then go to reset assets. Are you all getting this join again, or did you get? Well, it lets you.
I did not get that.
So you got into
I
it.
got what you got to begin with. Yeah.
I got,
I didn't get that.
I
That's weird.
did. Or I
Interesting.
did.
You got it
Because I
too?
have to add my email.
That join now. I don't understand that. Already a member. Open boards. Interesting. We'll have to check on that. There must be a bug there. Okay. So Leanne, when you clicked it, you went straight to the assets. You didn't
Yeah,
ask.
but I don't know if I'm brave enough to even try the, putting my own link in there. I really like the idea of it being so simple that anybody can do it. And then we
Yep.
just send our links separately. That's what I've been doing with the Campbell
Yep.
team
No,
board. all the
it
time.
works. It works. It's
I don't
fine.
know if I should try it the other way, because I did not hang up from that call yesterday feeling like you did, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
got overwhelmed.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's like
oh
drinking
my
from
God.
a fire hose.
Even though I've been using the Campbell team board.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so I love that you're doing this. Thank you so much.
All right.
So I have another question.
Okay.
We have 3 people in our family that are partners. So
Yes.
I don't know whose link is dependent on who I'm trying to fill their tank for in a given month. So but I think there's advantages to the business board, but you could still use the free board to send stuff that doesn't have the call to action. Is that correct?
Just like Leanne said,
and
you can
that's what I
use the
think
free
I'm
you can use the free
Right.
board and just put your link in then right after it.
Yeah,
Right.
but there are other things in the business board that we would want, right?
Yes, I mean you can only like with the free board you can only share 10 shares a day. You can
Mhm.
only
That's the reason I was glad I'm on the business one
Yeah.
right there. That
Yeah.
reason. I was already on the business one. I didn't even know it till yesterday.
you can also only have 2 boards. So you can't have multiple boards. Like you'll see, like once you start sharing with people, you're going to want to have, like Leanne might have good stuff on her board and she could share it with me and I could share my board with her that I have private stuff that we've created on our own, like pages. Like let's say I might create a page for a pregnant mom to let her know why Juice Plus is great for pregnancy is a prenatal or addition to their prenatal. So I might create a page for that. Well, Leanne, maybe she's got somebody she knows that's pregnant. She'd like to use that page too. Why should she have to start all over? Why couldn't she just use what I have? If you do the paid version, you can share stuff like that. Okay.
So Kurt, the way I thought this was going to come down was I'm going to continue to use the Campbell for business, but then introduce this to the new partners that aren't quite ready to throw another $10 a month or whatever it is into their business. And so you just teach them how to use the free version as
Yep.
they grow.
Yep.
That's what I saw this tool being, was just a nice get started way of, here's another great tool that the company offers to make it simple and to keep it super simple for them, right? I mean, I'm not
Yep.
going to throw them onto the Campbell team boards right away because there's so much stuff on there.
Yep. No, I'm
The
with you.
way I use it, Kurt, the business plan is
Yep.
I have my own pages, like you're talking about pregnancy, cancer, all the things.
Yep.
And so if I have somebody that's new that I really believe is going to start running and like wants to do the business or whatever, so the nice thing of having the business is that it takes me about a half an hour to an hour, just depending. I just like do all those pages and put their website in there for them, and it's on my board. So they, they don't want to spend the time or the money. It's not worth trying to help them understand all that in the beginning. That'll just overwhelm them anyways, plus they don't want to spend the $10. So now I have my active people on my boards with all those things going to their website. So that's, for me, that feels like worth it to pay to
Yep.
be able to have that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to decide. And I like what Brian said. I think there's, in the beginning, I would way rather someone have this. If they were going to choose between this or the Campbell team, one or the other, they've got to go build their business. I can grab stuff off Campbell team and share all the resources with them. But if you want to keep it really simple for a new person, they ought to grab this and not divert into like diving into millions of resources and videos and webinars and stuff. I mean, it's all good stuff, but why not get them to QSC before they get distracted?
Yeah,
That's my thought. All right. Well, we'll do. Let's move on. Keep your questions coming, but let's move to a next part of a power hour, just so we can be productive here. And I know the Q&A is productive too, but I just want to keep us moving. We can ask more questions. Keep writing them down. These are two big events for the month that are coming up. I don't know if you picked up on the rhythm that we have now with the company, but the first Tuesday is always going to be a kickoff call. The second Thursday is always going to be a prospect call for you to invite guests to. The third Thursday, or is it third and fourth? Whatever I guess it's fourth. I guess it's third and fourth. The third Thursday and fourth Thursday, May 22nd, that's going to be a training call. So every month you're going to have that rhythm. These are 2 flyers. So and there's a lot going on. I mean, I've got more stuff. We got a May 14th special training about show and tell. It's going to be really good about using samples to build your business. We've got May 21st. We've got a Finish Strong call. We got Blue Ridge Boot Camp coming up. There's a lot of events, but I want you to focus today on who are you going to on the first slide on the first picture on the left is the prospect call on May 15th. So I would love for you to snag that out of boards. Those flyers are in there. Snag that flyer or just make some on your own text. And who that's not on your team, or maybe it could be a customer, who do you want to invite to join you in the Reset 25 that kicks off on June the 2nd? Okay. And then the second part, let's say you spend the first 3.5 minutes on prospects, and on the second part on the right, who do you want to invite on your team to make sure they get this on their calendar and they begin to invite their customers? Training on the right, prospect call on the left. And if I were you, I would do the first part and invite your prospects. So the second part, I would send your partners, your team members, I would send them both, because they need to know about the prospect call and they need to be on the training call, both. Okay. So let's spend the next 7 minutes sending these invites to your prospects with the picture on the left and to your team members. They need to see both pictures. Okay. Ready? Go. 7 minutes. Remember, if you get frustrated, write your questions down. We'll cover them in a minute. And yes, the boards will work on Android. I just don't have any Android devices to show you examples from, but they do work on iOS, which is iPads and iPhones, and they work on Android devices. I just don't have a way to illustrate and show that for you. Let me find those 2 flyers for you. Hold on. Those flyers are on Campbell Team boards under news and info, under reset. And no, that's not, those are not, I'm sorry. I told you wrong. Hang on. Let me just share them with you guys right now because I have them on my phone. Let's see. I'm going to grab them and share them with you. So hold on. Keep working. I'm going to get you these flyers real quick. I thought it was going to be much easier to find them than that. But they were on the call and I didn't save them anywhere that made a lot of sense. So here we go. Keep working. I'm going to get you these pictures. I need to do it a different way. Hold on.
Hey, Kurt,
yes.
if you go to Campbell Team boards and goes to news and info,
Yep.
there's actually a tab called reset. And then
I
you
saw-
open that and both of the flyers are there.
I think those are the 2 those are the offer explanations. I thought it was too, Brian. Aren't they? Isn't that just the 2 offers? That's
Oh,
not,
yes, you're right. No,
Yep.
one of them's offer and one of them's partner info.
well, no, yeah, one's the partner info about the offer and the other is the actual offer for the customer. It's the same information. One has PV and one doesn't, just so the customer
That's
doesn't see
correct.
the PV. Yeah, I'm getting these for you. Hang on.
Where'd you say that was?
The ones I just talked about, Carolyn,
Yeah.
if you go to, I think it was news and info,
Oh, okay. Hmm.
and then right on the left-hand side, it says reset down at the bottom.
I'm gonna get these 2 and share both of them with you guys. Hold on. When you're doing it like this, I can't just post the picture because you can see it, but it doesn't give you any good. You can't save it. So I'm trying to give you guys a link so that you will have it. And I know makes it look like I wasn't very prepared, but at least you're still going to get the two images. Hang on here. So let me.
So I got the two images, but not about the call, just about the offer.
Right. I'm trying to send you the two images that I put in the downloads folder here. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put this in the Zoom window here. And there's one of them. And then let me get you the other one. Hold on. That's the. Let me get you this.
My Dropbox is full.
You don't have to get you don't have to have Dropbox. You can just open the link in your browser. You don't have to save it to Dropbox. You can save it to your computer anywhere or your phone or wherever you want to save it. And there's the other one.
So can I make a comment about these?
Yes.
I don't think they're going to attract a prospect who knows nothing.
No,
with
you
no
know
faces.
this is you having a conversation, maybe back and forth 5 or 6 times, but this
Okay.
is you're sending this to them so that they have the information once you've had a conversation with them. This is not
Okay.
like you don't send this blind. You're sending it,
Okay.
after it's not designed to do everything for you. It's designed to be the visual tool for you once you have once you've covered the rest.
And Kurt, I found them. Hi, this is Dorothy. I found them on the monthly corporate events on the free board. It's just the second one looks a little bit different because it has Jason, Dr. Mitra, and then Margie. So
Oh yeah.
No,
That's
that
the
was
one
that
I
was the
want.
superfood call, I think, that happened last month, right?
it says May 15th.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, it's
so
coming up.
where did you find that?
I found it on the monthly corporate events. And then I clicked on it. I have the free plan, and so I went to monthly corporate events,
But which
and
board,
then
which board are you in? The new one?
the new one.
What's hot? Monthly corporate events. Okay. There you go.
Monthly corporate, I see monthly action plan.
It's at the bottom.
Yep. It's in here.
Oh, I see it.
Yep. It's right
May
there.
kickoff call. Yep, that's what we need.
Yep. There you go.
All right, so my opening page does not have that. I've got, my bottom two are useful links and how to use boards.
So Brian, you don't see what, right? I'm trying to reshape my screen so everybody can see it. You don't see what we're looking at here? Do you not see that?
I got monthly action plan.
So if you go backwards
what's
one,
hot?
if you go to if you go to the main page and scroll,
Yep, that's where I am.
okay, and then you go
Yep.
to what's hot,
Yeah.
Ah, that's why. I missed the what's hot part of it.
and then go down to monthly corporate events.
Yep, thank you. I missed
Yep.
the what's hot link.
So I mean, we're kind of discovering this. To me, is the biggest weakness of boards, that there's not a search function, and they're working on that. But this is why you need to get on here and get familiar, because you can see I got lost trying to find stuff. Brian got lost. Leanne got lost. We all got lost because some of the folders kind of you get deeper and deeper into an embedded folder, and you have to go back and find it. But once you get familiar with it, then it's kind of second nature. But this is new for all of us. Okay. All right.
So when you open the monthly corporate events, mine's just doing a link. I'm not getting to see the flyers and be
Okay.
able to choose. the
So if
flyer
you
I want.
did you go to What's Hot
Yes.
and you went to
and then
monthly corporate events?
Mine doesn't open that way.
Okay.
It just gives me a link, so I'm afraid to send it to the woman that I'm talking to on here because I don't know what I'm sending her that way.
So if you hit what's
Leanne,
hot,
scroll down.
Scroll down, okay.
Do you see them that way?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. Yours is different then. Mine are stacked on top of each other right underneath that.
mine too.
So it should look like what y'all see on the screen right now.
Yeah, that's the one I see.
Well, under-
So, Leanne, what I might do is log out of boards and log back in, or reset your
Okay.
device or something. I mean, sounds like you've gotten into like one of those bugs like I got into just a minute ago.
Okay.
So,
One of the nice things is that you can hit that join us on Zoom reset 25 and you just tap on that and you get it all by itself,
right.
instead of the whole thing.
And you click on
And
the
you
two
can
little,
save
you
that.
click, and you click, no, you just click on the two little squares at the top and it'll copy it for you.
Yeah, but I don't want to copy the whole thing. I just want to copy that one flyer.
That's all you're doing. So I mean, I'll go back and show you. So you go to that one flyer. So let's say you pick the flyer for the
Yeah.
15th right here. You pick
Yeah.
that. In the upper right-hand corner right there, there's just two little double squares. That means copy. So you click on that and it's
I don't
copied.
see any double squares.
You don't?
Can you point to it with your mouse?
Right here. Oh, you
Not see.
can you not see that?
Carolyn, on mine, it's 3 dots on the top right-hand side, and then you get a copy.
Oh, I see it. Got it. Thanks.
Mhm.
Yours is 3 dots, Brian. That's weird. Yeah, mine's just
So's
Yeah,
mine.
mine's 3 dots.
okay.
So's mine.
So I found it great if I was in boards, but not if I was in text and using my keyboard. It won't open there. But it opens fine if I get.
Let me
out
try.
of-
Let me try that, Leanne. So I'm going to go back into
Right.
keyboard. I'm going to do what's hot. Corporate events. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't open. It just puts the link in when you do when you're in
Right,
the
which I
keyboard.
don't want to send that whole link to somebody.
No, I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. It's not supposed to do
Okay,
that.
so it's not me anyway.
No,
Okay.
that's a
I
bug.
don't even know how to use your keyboard.
That's a bug.
That's what I've been playing with.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
that worked. It's something just in that one board that's not working. I don't know why, Leanne. We'll have to page. Yeah, I don't know. Doing it. Well, technically it's a whole page. So what it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's trying to send the whole page to you. I just sent it to you again. But if
It
you're
won't
in
paste.
if you're in the boards app, it lets you break down and see what you're seeing the actual different components of the page. So in the boards app, you can choose an item and copy it. But when you send the link like that, it shows them the whole board.
Which I don't want to do.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
How it just came to me is not how, right? It's not how we want to do it.
No,
Okay.
but you can, if that happens, you can go into the boards app and not use the keyboard and get the micro components, the pieces of it like that. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
So we're
Thank
going
you.
we're going to move on to the next topic, and then we can still keep doing Q&A at the end here. I don't understand why this keeps resizing it. I guess I'm resizing it when we go. It's making me mad.
Is this easier to use on your phone than on your desktop?
I would say they both have their pros and cons. So it's just a matter of, I like it on the phone better because I use the keyboard and I just can bang, 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 send stuff. But you might
Yeah, I don't know how to use
like
the
using
keyboard.
the other better. I don't know. Okay. So let's go and do I know we're wandering all over the place, but that's okay. So what I'd like for you to do, this is more back to our traditional power hour. I would like for you guys to take this moment of time. And if you don't know what a three-way call is, or you want more details about that, you can go to youtube.com/makealife. And there is a video there called Mastering the Three-Way Call. You can learn how to better use three-way calls. But what I want you to do during this next 7 minutes is I would like for you to do 2 things, or maybe 3. Your upline, whoever you do three-way calls with, they need to be conscientious enough for you to have provided a link to their calendar, because there's three-way calls are not going to work if you've got 3 prospects and you're trying to schedule a call with Leanne, and you got to call the prospect, say, when can you talk? And they say 3 o'clock today, and you call Leanne, can you talk at 3 o'clock today? No, but I can do 4 o'clock. So you call the prospect back and you're just playing ping pong. With today's world and technology, Calendly, Calendly, every leader should have a Calendly account that you can send that link to anybody on your team and says, hey, if you want to do a 3-way phone call, boom, here's my calendar. and I've set up times I'm available and you can get it. So make sure you do a little bit of research and homework on Calendly. If you don't have it, or if your upline that you're working with doesn't have it, it's a tool worth getting. So that's one thing you could work on during this time if you don't have that. Second, if you want to go ahead and schedule, if you have your upline's Calendly link, maybe you could schedule 1 or 2 3-way phone calls with a prospect, doing some texting. Or during this next 7 minutes, you could make a list of people that you need to do 3-way phone calls with. I'd love for you to be doing 3 to 5 a week at least. I mean, if you were to ask me, how do you know who on your team who's working and who's going to really be successful in this business? 100% by the number of 3-way phone calls I do with them. That's how I can tell you if they're active, if they're engaged, if they're growing and building their business. It's the number of 3-way phone calls they schedule. Totally. I mean, I can tell you who's going to be successful and not based on that without any other piece of data. Okay. So let's take 7 minutes and work on 3-way phone calls. Contact your
So
upline.
I have a question about the calendar.
Okay.
I have never used one because I do a lot of out of office one-to-one kinds of stuff, and I'm like, I guess I fly by the seat of my pants.
Well, I mean, so
I don't want
no,
somebody to
it's
go
okay.
in and schedule something if I'm not available.
Well, you can go in there and pick when you're available. It's not like they can't pick anything on your calendar. You set aside, Mondays from 2 to 4. You tell it when you're available, and they have to work within that time frame. So,
Okay.
but I should have said this, and I know a lot of super successful people that still use a paper calendar. So if you use a paper calendar, you can't use Calendly. You'd be using the calendar on your phone or your Google Calendar, or you can't use Calendly. You'll have to keep doing it manually. But you just know how difficult it is for your prospect to try and connect you and somebody else and them and juggle all 3 calendars and get them together. Make it as easy as you can. Block aside Fridays from 1 to 3 or Mondays from 10 to 12 or something, so people know when they can book you for 3-way calls. Okay. Give them some options. All right, let's work on it. Here we go. Why what? There we go.
Hey, Kurt, I got to check out. Thank you for your time, buddy.
See you, Brian. Tell Wendy, hey, we love her.
I will.
All right.
I will. Thanks for your prayers. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Because we've already been an hour, I'm going to give you something else you can also do during this 7-minute window of time. And that would be another thing that we normally do on a regular power hour is create or plan some social media content. Okay. So you can take the next few minutes and work on either 3-way call scheduling, or you can plan or actually go ahead and post something on social media. Hey, I've got something exciting to tell you, but it's going to be easier to tell you if you tell me if you're more of a chocolate or more of a vanilla person. Just respond in the comments to let me know if you're more chocolate or more vanilla. And I'll tell you how you might be able to get something for free or something like that. Post something out there on your social media. Maybe ask somebody, say, have you ever thought about, or have you ever done a reset of your health? We're going to do one in June. If you'd like more information, give me a thumbs up in the comments or something. Just do some kind of social media thing. I know, Cheryl, you got to go. We're over an hour. So thanks for being here. I'm sorry we went over a little bit and didn't finish while you were on the call, but I think it's good to have the interaction sometimes. And the new toys and new tools do make it go a little bit longer. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no, thanks so much. I did learn a lot. I'm going to get on that board site now.
Okay,
Thanks.
bye-bye.
Bye.
About 3 more minutes, and we're going to do one more topic, and then we'll be done. No, I'm gonna add this one because we're over an hour, so I'm gonna give you this one that you can do during this part of the power hour too. And then the last one that we normally do is follow up, because I want to have a little bit of time for Q&A just to make sure nobody leaves here with a question. So in addition to 3-way calls, planning some social media content, I want you to think about who you need to follow up with. Who have you had a conversation, started a conversation, shared Juice Plus with in the past, worn a Juice Plus t-shirt and they asked you about it, invited to an event and they couldn't come? Those are the people I want you to think about pinging and reaching out to with the reset offer or with something else. But some people are really, really good at slinging mud, but if you don't have a good follow-up system, you miss out because, the fortune is in the follow-up. So, you get 2 more minutes and do one of those or a combination of those 3 things, and then we'll close out with Q&A because we went over a little bit today. Okay, about another minute, and then we're going to wrap it up with some Q&A. We won't go long. I just want to make sure if you have a question, you will get it answered. And Melinda, just if you're listening still, she asked a question. If we already have the paid version of boards, do we need to pay again? No, you don't. You don't need to start over. Just add the board. Just add the new board to your account.
So I'm seeing it in my account, and I clicked on the link or something yesterday. So
Yeah.
that means I have it
Yes.
paid, or I have to do something else.
We'll look at it in just a minute. Let's go 30 more seconds and we'll look at that. Hang on. Wrap up what you're doing. 20 seconds. And we'll switch to a little bit of Q&A for a second.
What'd you say about, are you a chocolate lover or a vanilla lover? Is that what you said?
Yep. I just as a, so it's kind of a tease you could put on social media because the reset is, the essentials, and then you get to choose
Right.
your free product. So that's just a kind of a way to tease them. Say which.
I've never had a post that short before.
No, that's not the whole post. The whole that was the close of the post, so you can get a response. The post was, "Hey, if you ever done a reset of your health or done anything like that before. We're doing something really cool, but if you want to find out more, it would help me to know if you're more of a chocolate or a vanilla person, so I can tell you what you get for free. So it's that was part of the post, not the whole post. So, all right, let's switch to this. And Carolyn had a question. What did you ask about your boards?
I don't know.
No, you said it was there. You said it was there, so you must have a. You don't have a. If it showed up, you're fine. You don't have to have a paid. You don't. You don't have. What?
I got into the middle of it and wanted to access it, and it made me rejoin.
That's fine. Yeah, mine did that. There's some bugs in there, I think, too. So,
Okay.
yeah, mine was asking me to rejoin too. Anybody have any more questions? I don't want to. We don't have to have any. We're good to go. Thanks for being here. But if you have one, now is your chance to ask it. Christy, Leanne, anybody, or you're good, you're golden. I'm fine if you're good. That means we covered it, and we
My
covered.
question is, semi-related.
Okay.
So I have a paper calendar, and I've been trying to use Calendly, and we're
Okay.
having a lot of trouble with Calendly. Would you do a call like this where you can help us with Calendly? Alan
Yep.
spent a lot of time trying it.
Yeah,
I've done
we can
it
do it.
some, but
Yeah, I might even get Trey, the guy that does my technology stuff. Maybe he would do it with us too. So
yeah,
yeah, we can do that.
yeah. This is really helpful.
Yeah.
This was good.
Anybody else?
Are there ever these 1 hour things for like people who are actually newer? Like it's a little more geared towards people who are just kind of just got on board. Do you guys know?
No, we could do one though. If we want to schedule one, we could try and do one.
Great idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'm
just
trying.
can see
I'm
people
actually in
feeling
the.
overwhelmed with some of this. I mean, obviously this is a little new,
Well,
the board and all the stuff, but
Yeah, I think what I'm working on. I almost had it done, and then all the new stuff with boards and the calls and the schedule, kind of all that got unveiled to us in the last 30 to 60 days. But I'm working on a video that's what do you do your first 90 days in the business? Like, what does the first 90 days look like? Because we don't really have a video that does that. But since there were some pieces that were moving targets that were getting updated, new branding and stuff, I really decided I was going to just stop and get all the stuff and then do it after we had all the stuff. So that might solve what you're talking about. But the live calls are good because people can ask questions, and everybody doesn't always have the same question. So, yep. Okay. Anybody else?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Be blessed. Have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And hope you enjoy your family this weekend.
Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate it.
All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.
thanks.